that I've been at Lady Hardinge Medical College at Ramnath Loya Hospital, and education is the prime thing. So what he was talking about was a student assembly at Nasik, which happened last month. I don't know whether people from AIIMS Bhopal attended it or not, I'm not sure. So there is a student association, an international students association, and it's got various branches in India as well. Is AIIMS Bhopal a part of it?
Not as yet.
No, not as yet. So AIIMS Bhopal should become part of it, yes. And while I was there as the chief guest, when they started the program, they said this is a forum where our voices should be heard. So I said, yes, I have come with a presentation, but I would like to hear your voices. The same thing I would say here. I would first hear your voices, your concerns, before I express anything about my opinion or what I wish to say. So it's an open house from the beginning. Any questions, queries, any doubts in your mind? Any questions? You see, I don't say that I will be able to answer all the questions. Nobody in the world perhaps can. But I would definitely try to answer your queries and questions in regards medical education, in regards what the society looks at the doctors, what expectations are of the society, what expectations are of the healthcare professionals from the society. So I'm ready to answer any one of them, even if they are controversial. Now let's see why so much hesitation if somebody has to ask. Even the nursing students, they are also here, no? Just raise your hand and raise a query.
Any question related to medical education, your aspirations, anything which...
Any question even related to your relationship with your teachers, your expectation from your teachers that are not fulfilled. You think you expect more, or some conflicts with the teachers.
Anyone who wants to ask can raise your hand.
I want to ask your question to start.
Yes?
So it's more towards medical, as a professional, medical professional. Recently we've seen a case wherein a doctor was stabbed. So can we hope that we get better security in future when we get into practicing medicine?
Okay. This issue of violence against doctors has been coming up of late. It's been coming up for the last about 20 years or so. I have never had an incidence of violence against myself, right from the time I started my practice. You see, today when you talk of touch, you generally talk of good touch and bad touch. Even at workplaces, even in the society. Are you not, as ladies, are you not taught something about good touch and bad touch? Please remember there is a healing touch as well. That healing touch is going out of medicine completely. The touch that you establish with the patient when you see him for the first time in the OPD or in the ward goes a long way in allaying this process of violence or which the attack that comes against doctors. There have been instances that I have seen. I don't accuse anybody. I don't say you are wrong and I am right. But I have seen emergencies, busy emergencies running where residents have been on Facebook, Instagram posting things. I did not get time even to sit in my emergency. So somewhere down the line, our compassion for the patient has decreased. In India, you are lucky that you are in India. Here there are few incidents. The legalities are much less. If the patient finds that the doctor is giving enough time to him or her, there will never be any violence. So somewhere we have to first, it's a very common thing. When you point a finger at others, three are pointing towards your own selves. I believe in that. If my attitude towards my patient is correct, if my knowledge about my patient's problem is adequate, if I understand his problem well, I have never had any issue. I have got so many relationships with patients, with patients whose parents have died in my ward. They still come back to me. there has been never incidents of violence or incident. You see, at that particular time, there may be a reaction. It's natural. It's natural for any human being if he loses a close one. But अगर उसको ये impression होता है कि उसकी चिंता अच्छे से करी जा रही है, उसकी care अच्छे से हो रही है, there has been no negligence from the point of view of doctors, there will not be violence. Then there is one more problem that is there with today's medicine. ये violence क्यों होती है? Today the expectation from doctor is that he should be able to save every life. That's the wrong message that has been given by modern medicine. कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोसीजर से हर लाइफ को सेव कर सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. There will be conditions where you will not be able to do anything. But then there is a way of conveying to the patient's relative. And इसमें we find fault of senior doctors. आप भी हैं, मैं यहाँ भी हूँ, मैं हूँ, शायद आप टाइम देते होंगे. Senior doctors are not communicating enough with the patients. The communication is left to the residents, the junior most person in the hierarchy. And उससे दो problems होती हैं. The junior does not know how to communicate. The way he communicates is sometimes not correct. But उसकी fault नहीं है. वो सीखेगा कहाँ से? वो सीखेगा अपने senior को communicate करते देखते, उसको communication करते देख के सीखेगा. So when I communicate, you see my ward rounds used to last for 5 hours, 6 hours. And उसमें 50% time was spent only on communication with the patient's relative. So two advantages: the relatives are pacified. The second advantage is that the juniors with me are learning how to communicate, what to communicate. So does it answer partially your question?
Yes.
Does it answer partially your question? So look within. You keep any amount of security, you keep any amount of bouncers. Unless this problem is rectified of communication with the patient's relative, it will never be solved. These incidents will keep on happening. So अगर आप dispassionately देखोगे तो कहीं ना कहीं medical fraternity की fault है. Expectation की हर चीज़ ठीक हो जाएगी. The patient goes to the nursing home. The patient spends all his money. Frustrated, it comes to a government hospital. He has no money. He is told कि इसका इलाज वहाँ पर है. इलाज वहाँ पर भी नहीं है. वहाँ जाते ही पेशेंट की डेथ हो जाती है. So immediate reaction क्या होगा? वही हो रहा है. Actually वही होता है. बोलो.
So right now we have an increasing number of medical colleges.
Yes.
But right now we have an increasing number of medical colleges opened, but it's not congruent with the increase in the number of faculties. So how can we justify that?
You have to answer that question yourself. There's so many medical graduates who are coming out are not wanting to become faculties. They are wanting to go into practice. They are wanting to go abroad. They are looking at careers. So if they don't find the teaching an interesting career, how would you rectify that?
Yes, sir.
Is that not true?
Yes.
मतलब आप में से कितने लोग you want to come back and become faculty in a medical college? Think of that. That will answer your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So these days, like the MPS studying is a bit theoretical. So these days, the study which we do is a bit theoretical. Why can't it be more practical than theoretical?
My presentation has some answers to that question. It's about medical education, past, present and future. Although there is a disclaimer attached to it that the views I'm going to express here are my own. That should not be considered as a government statement or an NMC statement or anything coming from the official. So I think that presentation would answer your questions. अभी मैं नहीं answer करता, so it's just a long answer to that. Or
Thank you, sir.
yes.
Sir, how will AI affect medicine in India in coming days or coming years?
Actually, I had another presentation जिसमें there was an answer to it. AI was never meant to give medical care. AI was meant to do menial jobs. You see, AI can never match human intelligence. If you think AI will be able to have a contact, a personal touch with the patient, that's not possible. So AI is being substituted for actual medical care. But then the problem lies why people don't want to touch the patient. आप हिस्ट्री लेने का टाइम नहीं है आजकल लोगों के पास, जबकि over years this has been proved that 90% of the diagnosis is made only on a history. Only on a history. 5% contribution comes from the examination and 5% comes from actual investigations that we do. आप गए होगे अपने प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल्स में कई बार दिखाने के लिए या कहीं भी गए होगे, आप अपनी हिस्ट्री बोलना शुरू करते हो, द डॉक्टर स्टार्ट्स राइटिंग अ सेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशंस. बाय द टाइम यू वेंडेड योर हिस्ट्री यू आर गिवन अ सेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशंस. सो देयर इज नो एनालिसिस ऑफ द हिस्ट्री. हाउ मच टाइम डू यू स्पेंड इन योर वार्ड्स टेकिंग हिस्ट्री ऑफ द पेशेंट? So I don't think AI is ever going to be a substitute for doctors. Certainly not. Although the message is going around that AI is going to solve all the health problems.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I wanted to ask about the rising stress levels and depression among the medical community, and how do we deal it as future professionals?
This was an issue raised by Dr. Ajay also. इसका ना कुछ श्रेय तो हमारी अभी मेडिकल एजुकेशन सिस्टम को जाता है, कुछ श्रेय हमारे को खुद को जाता है. जब हम MBBS कर रहे हैं, आर वी बिकमिंग डॉक्टर्स और आर वी बिकमिंग डिग्री होल्डर्स yearning for the next degree the moment the first degree is over? Why can't we sit back and relax, spend some time practicing medicine rather than running another degree, having another degree? तुमको ये पता है बेटा, एक डिग्री लेने के बाद 10 साल की प्रैक्टिस लगती है डॉक्टर बनने में. द डिग्री दैट यू गेट डजंट मेक यू अ डॉक्टर एट ऑल, इट मेक्स यू अ डिग्री होल्डर. प्रॉब्लम क्या है? यू आर ऑल रनिंग अ रेस. यू आर रनिंग अ रेस कि मैंने MBBS कंप्लीट किया, मुझे फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट पे MD मिलना चाहिए. अच्छा, फिर जैसे आप लोग MD आजकल चुनते हो, आप लोग MD अपनी चॉइस से थोड़ी चुनते हो, अवेलेबिलिटी के हिसाब से चुनते हो या मार्केट फोर्सेस के हिसाब से चुनते हो. स्किन एंड रेडियोलॉजी आर एट द टॉप बिकॉज उसमें कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता. यू आर लुकिंग एट एन ईजी लाइफ, सो यू आर नॉट इवन लुकिंग एट योर इंटरेस्ट. मुझे ये पता है कि लास्ट ईयर वन गर्ल जॉइंड एम्स सर्जरी. शी वॉज अमंग द टॉप 10. 3 months later she realized surgery is not her cup of tea. She gave that up and took up radiology in the next exam. So ये सिस्टम ऐसा बना दिया गया है कि पीपल आर चूजिंग पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन जैसे मार्केट में सब्जी की दुकान लगी हुई है. अब टमाटर ख़त्म हो गए, अब बैंगन अवेलेबल है तो हम बैंगन ले लें. ऐसे नहीं होती है MD, ऐसे पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन नहीं होती. यू एंड अप बिकमिंग स्क्वायर पेग्स इन राउंड होल्स. यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट टर्म, स्क्वायर पेग्स इन राउंड होल्स. So you complete your PG and you are not even interested in doing the subject you are doing. What's the point? So आप स्ट्रेस अपने ऊपर इसी चीज़ का बढ़ा रहे हो कि मुझे MBBS के बाद फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट पे MD मिलनी चाहिए. मैं ये कहता हूँ MBBS करो, अच्छे से इंटर्नशिप करो, 1 साल क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस करो जाके. Sit down and do your practice. You would realize how different it is from theoretical learning. Then if you think, come and do your MD. थोड़े दिनों बाद ऐसा होगा कि जैसे BDS के लोग नौकरियां ढूंढ रहे हैं. यू आर अवेयर डॉक्टर अजय, BDS पीपल आर डूइंग जॉब्स इन ICUs एज टेक्नीशियंस, एज इवन इमरजेंसी वार्ड बॉयज. यही हाल MBBS का होने वाला है. जब मैंने MBBS ज्वाइन किया था, मुझे ये कहा गया था MBBS कभी नौकरी नहीं ढूंढता और ना वो कभी लाइफ में रिटायर होता. आप यू शुड बी गुड इनफ फॉर प्रैक्टिसिंग, यू शुड बी गुड इनफ फॉर सोसाइटी. जैसे जैसे आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन बढ़ती जाती है ना, यू बिकम लेस यूजफुल टू द सोसाइटी. व्हाट डज अ कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट डू? ही विल लुक आफ्टर say hundreds of cardiac patients. What about the lakhs and crores of general patients who require attention? हमने ये कह दिया है कि उसके लिए हमारे पास डॉक्टर नहीं है, इसलिए हम पेरिफेरी में वी आर पुटिंग अ ट्रेन्ड नर्स लुकिंग आफ्टर द हेल्थ सेंटर्स इन वेरियस प्लेसेस. दैट्स नॉट द आंसर. I still say the fault does not lie with us. The fault lies with the system. But then who creates the system? System is also created by us. Somewhere down the line the system has failed us. We need to change it. We don't need इतने हमें ग्रेजुएट्स की ज़रूरत नहीं है, हमें क्वालिटी की ज़रूरत है अब. बट उस क्वालिटी की जो यर्निंग है वो आप में से ही आनी चाहिए. आप लोग डॉक्टर्स बनने आए हो, डिग्री होल्डर्स बनने तो नहीं आए हो ना. बैठो, कुछ और पूछना है?